But wait a second, on this video, there's no Baccarat Rouge 540. I have been meaning to do this fall fragrance video, but honestly, the weather didn't cooperate. The last couple of weeks in my area, at least, we have hit 90, almost 100 degrees, melting down. And right now, I can see the leaves turning into brown and yellow, and there's wind. I mean, I can start feeling the season. So today's video, we're talking about those very unique magnet, very sexy kind of fragrances for the fall time. Starting first with none other than Kilian Angels Share. This fragrance. I know I have some blotter cards right here. All of these fragrances, I have tried them before. Some of them use it for years. Okay, this is a masterpiece by Kilian. First of all, let's begin by the beautiful bottle. I mean, it looks like a whiskey kind of glass or a cognac kind of glass, and that is actually the first note of the fragrance, cognac. Then as middle notes, you get a little bit of cinnamon, tonka, oak, and then as a base notes, you get praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. Oh my, if this is simply a masterpiece of a fragrance. So beautiful. This is not a gourmand fragrance. This is a boozy fragrance that is warm and spicy because of that little cinnamon that has in it, but yet it has a little bit of sweetness from that praline. It's cozy, not really tender, but rather a mysterious fragrance. A fragrance that it can be unisex to me, to my point of view. And as a person, as you know, or if you may not know, I do cater a lot of events, and the area where I live, there are a lot of distilleries and wineries, and there are a lot of oak trees. So this to me truly smells as if you're entering a cellar of oak barrels and then be met to drink one of the finest cognac kind of drinks. Just like that, but it has again that tenderness of a praline that, again, by saying tender doesn't mean that it's like, oh, you know, a gourmand fragrance. No, this is that fragrance. This is like you enter into a place and this is the presence. So like, who has arrived? Excuse me, who is she? Who is she? And it's a total compliment getter. And this is basically what you will find on this video with all the fragrances that I will be mentioning to you. All of these fragrances, they will be compliment getters. And by the way, when you're watching this video, the Sephora Holiday Savings event sale is going on right now, and they have not only this fragrance, they also have beautiful gift sets with travel size. Again, every single fragrance that I will be mentioning today, they will be on the description box below, along with the links for your convenience and easy shopping if you decide to shop through my links. The next fragrance is INITIO Oud for Greyness. Oh, the bottle, heavyweight, beautiful with the gold plate on the top. This fragrance is just, the name I think says it all. This is a true head turner. I know, I do, like I said, I have blotter cards, but I have to spray this. Now, with INITIO, one spray, two at the most, because otherwise, this fragrance, not only a head turner, is mysterious and is intoxicating. To me, is the king of saffron, because yes, the top note of this fragrance is saffron, alike to Baccarat Rouge 540. Now, wait a second. This video doesn't include Baccarat Rouge 540. Okay, let's go back right here. When I said like Baccarat Rouge 540, is in terms that saffron is a scent that is not commonly found in many fragrances, but is a very mysterious kind of fragrance because it does have a little bit of a spice, but at the same time, it does have a little bit of sweetness to it. But not only that, on the top notes, you have a little bit of nutmeg, lavender in the middle note, agarwood, and then on the base notes, patchouli and musk. But it's so well balanced. It's not too much patchouli, it's not too much musk, it's not too much oud. It's the perfect oud that it just exudes elegance, presence. Again, it's intoxicating. At the same time, is clean, even with a little bit of darkness in it, but without being too dark. It is a compliment getter, and again, to me, Oud for Greatness is the king of saffron fragrances. The next fragrance is by Tom Ford and it is Tobacco Vanille. This is a true representation of tobacco and vanilla. I have this travel size right here. I have used this baby countless times. At the top notes, you have your tobacco leaf, spicy notes, and then at the heart, you have vanilla, cacao, tonka, and then at the base notes, you have dry fruits and woody notes too. But hear me out, the dry fruits on this fragrance makes of this fragrance not only super wearable, super seductive, and yummy, like you wanna eat. Yeah, it turns you into a snack, not a gourmand snack, in an elegant, like, oh, this is a unique, gorgeous, the most beautiful and delightful truffle there is out there. Because of dry fruit, it just makes it ultra yummy, ultra delicious, ultra I want to eat you, but again, not in a gourmand kind of tone. The tobacco gives it that sophistication. It is just perfect. It's an iconic fragrance. To me, Tobacco Vanille is that perfect beginning fall fragrance. Like if you want to start wearing it at night, and then as it gets colder and colder, then you can wear it morning and night. And I also love its longevity. It's one of Tom Ford fragrances that I can truly say it lasts beautiful on the skin. My next one is also by Tom Ford. Again, private blend. This is Lost Cherry. The bottle. I appreciate the bottle. Okay, this fragrance is a poem to Amarena. If you like true Italian Amarena cherries, this is what it is. Yes. I mean, the closest thing that I can think of here in United States, perhaps if you have tried Luxardo cherries, dark black kind of cherry that is not uber sweet, but rather a little bit sour. And then you have the almond playing with it, and the almond is soft, is kind of like the peel of the almond. And then as a middle note, you have the Turkish rose, plum, jasmine sandbag. Then at the base notes, you have tonka, Peru balsam, cinnamon, clove, vanilla, sandalwood. And hear me out, the clove right here is what it makes such a difference. When I smell this fragrance, it's a fragrance that, to begin with, I can wear it all day long. It lasts beautifully in my skin, but I imagine this amazing cocktail that has a little bit of Frangelico in it, a little bit of Amarena, cherries, and then a little bit of cinnamon and clove. And I'm not saying that this is a boozy fragrance, but rather a very well balanced sweet fragrance that it has that little bit of a spice in it too, and that you can truly smell this sour cherry. It's honestly a seductive fragrance, an epic fragrance, fall winter time. And if you're going for a date night and you want to conquer and seal the deal, use Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. And I know that although I have already told you that the Sephora Holiday Savings event is going on right now, I know that the fragrances that I'm talking about today, they are, I mean, exception perhaps for one, they are all on that niche designer top high price tag fragrances, and that's why I want to give you an option. And I'm talking about DOSSIER, and this portion of this video is in partnership with DOSSIER. If you don't know about DOSSIER, they create fragrances inspired by designer fragrances, niche fragrances, but with their own twist. To me, honestly, they are not a dupe. Their fragrances start at $29, and to me, it is a really good way. If you're not ready to invest on a high price tag fragrance, this is a good way to at least try it and see if it's the right scent for you. And since we were talking about Tom Ford Lost Cherry, I do have right here the fragrance Ambery Cherry. This is the way it comes, very simple. All of these is recyclable. You get a little card that it tells you the notes of the fragrance, by which designer it was inspired, the concentration 18%, how it works, their mission statement. And I think it is also very important to note that with DOSSIER, if you don't like their fragrances, it's simple. You can just return it. There's no questions asked. And let me tell you, wow. Okay, the main difference right here, yes, you can smell the cherry, but it's not your sour cherry, your amarena cherry from Tom Ford Lost Cherry. This is more of like a maraschino kind of cherry. You still smell the almond. The cinnamon on this fragrance is actually as a top note. So you see there are some variations right here. The clove, instead of being a base note, is a middle note. So in general, you're gonna get not a completely different scent. It is an inspiration of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And you get here the Peru Balsam, the Tonka, and a little bit of vanilla. Super beautiful fragrance, and I had the best experience with DOSSIER. I will highly recommend it. I do have a discount code with them. I will be leaving such a discount code also in the description box below. If you want to give it a try, perhaps it's like, okay, let me just, try it and see what happens. I will highly suggest you to do so. So thank you so much, DOSSIER, for partnering up on this portion of the video. And now the next fragrance is also by Kilian, and it is Princess. Now this is the older bottle. They just released their new bottles, so they are a lot more simplistic, which I'm super happy about, because this big bowl, I always complain about this big bowl. And the name too, instead of being I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess, now it's just called Princess, which thank you so much, Kilian, because imagine that you are out and about and somebody asks you, what fragrance are you wearing? And then you have to give this mile long name. I mean, like, really? Okay, let me tell you. Okay, this fragrance is just so beautiful. To me, it smells like a cuddly, cozy doll. To me, this is certainly more of a morning fragrance for the fall time. It is beautiful. It's just, this one is what I call tender, fall tenderness. It starts first as the top note, lemon, but wait and see, because at the middle note, you get green tea, you get ginger, you get peach, you get apple, and a little bit of jasmine. Yet it's not a floral scent. And now as the fragrances start settling down, the base note is very pronounced marshmallow and vanilla. And now on this specific fragrance, honestly, the vanilla is not so present. It's mostly the marshmallow that lingers more than anything alongside with the green tea, which that is what it makes it cozy. It makes it a little bit green, yet a little bit sweet. Like I said, this is an ideal fragrance for morning time. And let me tell you that my past job, and I think I mentioned it many times in here, I worked for a perfume house. I work also as a manager of a perfume store, and this fragrance right here is one that men love and that men actually come and buy it. It's like, I want that fragrance. It's just so attractive, and like I said, it's like the tender doll that is, I don't know, it's just warm and cozy, but it's your start of the day. That beautiful start of your day that it sparks with that lemon, and then it leaves you with that marshmallow note. Gorgeous. This next fragrance is so simple, but just so beautiful. Kayali Vanilla 28. I mean, I don't even need to spray it. This is Queen of Vanillas. You know, my friends, I do catering, I do have restaurants, and yes, this smells like pure finest vanilla. It's linear, non-complex, but it's not boring. It just goes straight to the point. Here I am, I'm vanilla, but I'm not your sweet, gooey kind of vanilla. No, not at all. On the top notes, you get obviously the vanilla. In the middle note, you get brown sugar with tonka. And I think that's what it makes it so kind of bakery-like a vanilla. And don't take it on the wrong way. It actually is a very refined kind of vanilla. Something along those lines that you will find it at the finest French kind of bakery. And then it has that beautiful amber at the base note, a little bit of patchouli, a little bit of musk, but barely present in there. And this one is truly a compliment getter and also ideal for layering. So if you like any fragrance and you wanna convert it a little bit more into fall, I will highly suggest you to buy Kayali Vanilla 28 because this fragrance truly, I mean, like from the color of the juice, this fragrance just, it's amazing for layering. Amazing. A long layering. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna smell so yummy today, but this is just so beautiful. And believe me, as simple as it is, you will get so many compliments. My next fragrance is by none other than Fragrance du Roi, and it is MINUIT and DEMI. It's the fragrance in collaboration with Demi Roland. And this fragrance is a true gourmand fragrance. At the top notes, it's a, I mean, like you can smell it right away. It has pimento, cardamom, and one of my favorite notes, bergamot, creating this very beautiful transition of a spicy, warm, yet a little bit citrusy, while at the middle note you have caramel and coffee. I mean, what a perfect combination, making it just a little bit more sweet but with a beautiful characteristic of coffee. While at the base notes we have a little bit of vanilla, tobacco, cinnamon. You see a little bit of that extra spiciness with the cinnamon, a little bit of liqueur and cashmeran. Oh, this fragrance is a top fragrance for me. It's super sensual. It's that cozy, fine cashmere sweater kind of scent. Super sensual, super warm, and super addictive. And with Fragrance du Roi, also 1, 2 sprays, 3 at the most. That's all what you need. Now let's go for the ultra elegant Parisian lady in a black beautiful dress. None other than Chanel Coco Noir, with top notes of grapefruit, bergamot, orange. It does have narcissus, peach. At the base notes, a little bit of patchouli, a little bit of sandalwood, tonka, clove. Again, do you see? Clove plays a really interesting note, and this is the perfect balance between citrus and warm. This is a fragrance that I honestly can wear it even in the morning, but ideal for a black tie affair too, with the perfect black dress all tailored beautifully. This is, I imagine Coco Noir being that epic moment for Gabrielle. Yeah, her epic moments as a professional, as when entering in, and it's like, there comes Coco Chanel. That is Coco Noir. Extraordinary. Now my next fragrance is by BDK and is none other than Gris Charnel. And I have spoke already about this fragrance before. If you love cardamom, this is it. It has that beautiful cardamom scent with a little bit of fig, even a little bit of black tea in it, bourbon. But don't think that it's extremely boozy. It's not. It's rather warm, cozy, a little bit creamy. That it comes from that fig note and also from the sandalwood and tonka at the base note. It's honestly a creamy latte kind of fragrance with that extra spice. Imagine a chai tea kind of scent. This is beautiful. And this fragrance you can wear day and night. Gris Charnel to me is honestly a must-have for fall. It's just perfectly balanced, and if you are a lover again of cardamom and fig, you have to get Gris Charnel. And my last fragrance is the fragrance for lovers, is the fragrance of intimacy and perhaps one of the strongest fragrance on my collection, and it is also by Fragrance du Roi. I have it here in the case. It is CAVORT. Oh, this baby, this fragrance. The bottle, gorgeous. Love the bottle. Okay, let me spray it. Oh, this is just so good. This is also within the lines of Baccarat Rouge 540 as well as INITIO Oud for Grayness, in terms that it has that saffron as a top note. It also has Havana, geranium, and cinnamon. So it has this beautiful, clean kind of scent from the saffron. At the same time, a little bit sweet, but not gourmand, zero gourmand. In fact, there is a little bit of a spiciness here coming from that cinnamon note, and it's so well balanced because it does have ylang ylang, which to me, ylang ylang is more of kind of like a summer kind of note. But on this composition, it just gives it a little bit of a twist. It also has a little bit of rose, jasmine, orange blossom, that it gives a little bit more creaminess to the scent. It's just this beautiful combination of white flowers too, along with the spices. While at the base notes, you get also a little bit of incense, patchouli, sandalwood, and labdanum. A masterpiece, amazing. This is, like I said, is intimate, because it's sensual, it's seductive, it's comforting, it's close, but it's also passionate. I mean, CAVORT is this scent is the conclusion of a very successful date night. Let me tell you that. Okay, my friends, and this makes it for these fall magnet fragrances that honestly proceed with caution, because if you add these fragrances to your collection, let me tell you that nothing is going to stop you. These are fragrances that are not only sensual, but also those fragrances that exudes achievement, that when you wear them, people are going to know you are a power woman, you are, or men, you are in charge. You are the boss, but without being bossy, because that is completely opposite of attractive, of sensual. It rather puts a barrier. These fragrances, no, these fragrances are the complete opposites. They are magnet, they are attractive, they are like, this is intriguing, she is intriguing. Anyhow, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to know from you, have you tried any of these fragrances before? I would love to know your feedback and continue the conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Come and follow me on my Instagram, and if you have TikTok, come and follow me on my TikTok. My TikTok handle is a little bit different than my Instagram and my YouTube handle. Hey, it's Jacqueline. TikTok is Hey Jacqueline. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.